Thank you, Madam Chair, and again, thanks to all of our witnesses for being here. Eric, thank you for your expertise. I'm gonna get to the sort of one of the process issues, and I think actually in some respects, Senator Merkley's questions are about the program in general and how states can use the various stacks in the appropriate ways. One of the areas, and we've talked a lot about the state revolving loan fund, obviously, but one of the areas with regard to the state revolving loan fund and the bigger system is an area for rural people like me. And by the way, this applies not just to water, but certainly to the highway piece of it as well, and that is to have a formula that consistently recognizes rural states and the unique needs of rural states, and we don't have a formula that simply sends all the money to large population centers. Obviously, we're talking about a multiple-use system that connects, and I appreciated your illustration actually to Jeff with regard to the regional systems in North Dakota that work together. Could you maybe speak a little bit to the importance of the formula piece of this, because the formula is often challenged when it's time to reevaluate and reauthorize the programs. Maybe you could speak to that. And then you said something in your opening statement too I'd like you to speak a little more to, and that is the technical assistance piece. In all my years in Congress, whenever this came up, the thing I hear the most from the rural systems is the value of technical assistance. How if you even know how to apply for a grant, it helps perhaps get the grant. And maybe speak to those two things, the formula and then the technical assistance piece of it.
Thanks, Senator Cramer. Definitely on the formula, and coming from a small state, we would love any changes or anything that wouldn't harm small states with limited population. Just because we don't have the residents doesn't mean we don't have problems. We have our unique problems, whether it's miles of pipe between rural customers, an extremely short construction season. I'm looking forward to getting back to our cool temperatures, and North Dakota has been extremely warm here in DC, but definitely just, normally as a small state, we get minimally funded, and we're okay with that, just as long as we're not adversely affected by any formula change based on a population alone. And then with the technical assistance, that's the heart of our association. We've been around since 1974. Helping when they were first starting rural systems in the state, and morphed into training, technical, managerial, and financial assistance to all the water and wastewater systems in the state, where my staff is going in there day in and day out, helping with finding leaks, fixing things, helping them fill out loan applications, helping them connect to the funding sources, helping them hire an engineer if they don't have that. In some of these very small systems, you even have part-time staff or volunteers. So the technical assistance is really, to us, it's the boots on the ground. They know us. We live in their communities. We live in the state, and we're not there one day and never to be seen again. We're there for the long haul.
Well, I might even just follow that up then with the next point. So the technical assistance, it seems to me, helps 11, I still sort of marvel, at 11 professionals with over 300 systems, and I think what you've just described is a way that you maximize those resources. But that doesn't change the fact that there is a pretty significant workforce challenge. There is in every industry. I don't know one yet that's, Space Force is doing well, I guess, but beyond that, there is a serious workforce problem in this country. And I think in your testimony it was where you said that you expect something like 50% of the workforce in your industry will be leaving within 10 years. What are you all doing? We'll start with you, and then each of you can answer shortly. But what's the plan? How do we deal with this, or do we just recruit more humans?
Yeah, Senator, and part of that problem that we're trying to address is with our apprenticeship program. So with National Rural Water's help, we have the standards set up, and like I said in my testimony, there's 36 states, and North Dakota is one of them. We're relatively new in the process of apprenticeship. We have a workforce development coordinator. He's hired on, helps with systems, help navigate through all the rules and regulations of the apprenticeship program. Just trying to, change the narrative in our business, where in small town North Dakota, it's usually if your operator leaves, who's the next person up? You just, you bring somebody in, they don't have the experience, and it's kind of a vicious circle. So like I said, we're trying to change the narrative, change the culture where it's a true profession. It's a great, noble profession. They do great work every day, so we're just working hard to use the apprenticeship program to get the next generation of workers.